Welcome, everybody, to episode 11 of Aggressively Speaking. My name's Tony Dabrowski.
I'm Troy Frank.
And welcome back to our podcast. So, boys, this is obviously going to be a bit of a different episode of Aggressively Speaking because
Almost no sports topics.
the world is in complete chaos as we speak.
Jesus
You can play a
Christ,
trivia
dude,
game or
it's
something.
awful.
Maybe we can get the monkey on the unicycle.
You know what? Let's just
Give me like a week in advance at least for that.
John. Let's just get out Jenga. Let's play Jenga.
Oh, my God.
Usually, if you just reach to your right about 4 feet, you can always play some Jenga. But I don't know if it's there
This
right
is
now.
the first day ever you don't have Jenga by your desk.
I think so, actually.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, we're obviously going to start today's program by talking about the coronavirus and the impact it has had on the sports world. We also want to touch on the new passed NFL CBA. You know, we're recording this on Sunday morning, and the NFL CBA just passed literally like an hour ago.
It's brand spanking new.
It's brand new, so we're going to talk about that. And then also to close out the program, we're going to talk about what exactly we're going to do with this podcast going forward because it's like there's going to be no sports for a month.
I don't know what you're gonna do. That Twitter, you're gonna have tumbleweeds on that Twitter. I swear to God.
So let's just get right into it. So yeah, obviously, the coronavirus has made its way around the United States, and it's not good. To quote Stephen A., this is bad. This is really, really bad. Which I don't blame any of these sports leagues for like canceling or postponing or suspending their games. I mean, they had to do this. But it still sucks, though, because there's literally nothing going on right now.
Did you know that this could possibly happen when this was all going on in China?
I was an intern at Fox 2 in the fall when the coronavirus was like first becoming like a known thing.
Yeah.
And I remember like asking people, and they're like, "Nah, this will kind of be like some kind of blowover thing. It's not going to be too big."
Oh,
Here we are. It's like, oh my God. Like this past Wednesday and Thursday were probably the craziest days I've ever seen in my 21 years alive. I mean, I was only 2 years old when 9/11 happened. Like, I was too young to know what was going on, you know? But this past week, specifically Wednesday and Thursday, were just absolutely insane. I mean, on Wednesday, you saw the NBA get suspended, which the minute Rudy Gobert tested positive, you knew they were going to postpone the season.
Move aside, LeBron James. We got a new villain in the NBA.
Oh, my God. Like I said,
It's so weird to think about.
I mean, honestly, though, I think it was either Chris Mannix or Mark Stein, both basketball writers, who put out an article on Wednesday morning saying the plan is to just not suspend games. The plan was initially to just play without fans, you know? But the second that a player possibly got the coronavirus, they were going to suspend the games. And that's exactly what happened once Rudy Gobert tested positive. And then obviously Donovan Mitchell tested positive. And then last night, it's a little too close to home, Christian Wood, who's been breaking out this season, tested positive after matching with Rudy Gobert on Saturday. So the NBA season is suspended right now. Adam Silver said it's going to be suspended for at least 30 days. And even after that 30-day period, it's still going to take a while to even get back into the groove of things if they do want to pick things right back up. So the NBA is gone for at least a month and a half. The NHL suspended play. You imagine they're going to be out for a while. Major League Baseball, spring training is done. Opening days delayed by 2 weeks, and it's going to be delayed by at least a month.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's going to get pushed back until I don't even know when. I don't know if there's any any closeness to a cure or anything. So I don't even know if like these things could be ready to go in a month.
So ESPN's Jeff Passan, who he's like one of their lead MLB insiders, he said the expectation around the league, Major League Baseball, is that baseball doesn't start again until at least May. So, yeah, baseball's gone for a while.
I guess baseball could really give that like 120 game season test run.
Well, I'm going to talk about that because in the NBA too, you know, they've been talking about recently possible schedule changes. might as well test it out now.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can do. So, yeah, NBA suspended, NHL suspended, Major League Baseball suspended. The Masters got postponed, which, I mean, golf is golf, but the Masters is still like a ginormous event. 3 other PGA Tours have been, I think, postponed. You've got across the pond, both UEFA Champions League and the Premier League suspended, which that's a big deal.
Dude, I'm just pissed there's no more NASCAR.
For the NASCAR people out there, he said it, not me. He's the one making the joke.
Actually, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I'm pissed for the Monster Jam.
Someone tweeted at me. They're like, are they about to cancel Monster Jam?
No,
I'm
it's
like,
canceled.
I know. I'm like, I
Dweezil
don't
got
know.
canceled, too.
Everything got canceled.
Everything got canceled.
Everything
Now
got
you're
canceled.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wasn't even going to the show and I'm pissed.
The XFL got completely canceled its first season.
Dude, the XFL just got canceled. That's
Well, the plan for the XFL, they said, is to come back for a full season 2021, but
good luck funding that. No.
they're about to lose all their stars. So, yeah, XFL, we don't know if that's going to survive now because their season's gone. But even with everything that got canceled or suspended, I know I'm missing some things, but the biggest one of them all was the NCAA. Both the men's and women's tournaments got canceled. Literally, there's no March Madness this year, along with no spring championships in college sports, period. Like, everything college-wise got canceled.
Yeah.
And March Madness, it's kind of the biggest one I focus on because it's literally March Madness. You know, that's like the first weekend of the tournament's like a holiday here. Like, people literally skip work to watch the first weekend of the tournament and bet on it.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's just no March Madness this year, along with the fact that there's no sports at all right now, period, it really does suck, but there's nothing they can really do. You know, they got to limit the spreading of this virus because if you don't,
No, this is just groundbreaking. I mean, this is just the biggest shakeup in the history of sports ever. And it's really nuts to think about that in March there's nothing going on.
We always look at like this time of the year, it's like one of the best times of the year. March Madness, NBA playoffs, or the push for the playoffs, I should say. NHL push for the playoffs. You know, there's like 10 games left in the hockey regular season right now.
Yeah.
Baseball is about to start up.
Yeah, golf right in the middle of its
golf
season.
is starting to pick up right now. Like, there's just so much stuff going on right now, and now it's just gone on like complete hold, and we're scrambling here. we're, like, I'm just a Twitter guy, okay? But, like, think about the people that actually make a living talking about sports.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified. You're like, think about me.
No. Like, seriously, though. Like, we all love talking sports.
Yeah.
But think about the people that, like, actually make a living off talking and watching sports.
What's all of 97.1 gonna do?
Oh, I don't know.
Dude, Pat Caputo's gonna be out of a job.
Oh no, Pat. By the way, speaking of Pat, I know you saw my video.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. We should start just
First
making
try.
them.
First try.
That was
I
great.
nailed it. I'm like,
Now, was the other one also a Pat Caputo video? The one about the one where you're just like writing something in class and then you look up and talk.
no, that was an Andre Stans video.
That was an Andre Stans video.
Andre Stans posted a video on Twitter way back of the guy from Even Stevens, and he literally said in the video, "Yo, why is this man watching Al Horford highlights?" It's the stupidest video ever, but it's so funny.
I swear to God, I thought you were doing a Caputo impression.
No, it was Andre Stans. It was Stans. But going back to like our previous topic though, like honestly though, these people who make a living off sports, they can't do anything. Like Fox Sports 1 already suspended like Skip and Shannon, The Herd, first things first. Like, they're suspended for the next week.
I need more Shannon Sharp in my life during this,
I love
during
Shannon
this
Sharp.
time.
I love Shannon Sharp, dude. Skip is a clown, but Shannon Sharp brings some normality to that show.
At least Skip, can survive outside the show on Twitter. Just being roasted constantly.
Oh, man. But, like, going outside the people who make a living talking about sports, though, think about also the people who work in these arenas, who they literally need these paychecks to survive.
And, I mean, you got people like Mark Cuban, Blake Griffin, and a few other names that are slipping my mind at the time.
Kevin Love, Giannis.
Giannis, Kevin Love, Giannis, and
Zion.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I said Giannis or Zion.
Yeah.
It was Giannis, Kevin Love, Zion, Blake Griffin. I think I saw Steph Curry and his wife just made a donation too, which more people are going to make more donations going forward.
These people are all helping out the employees of each arena that they play in,
which is really good to see
awesome.
because again, they need these paychecks, and seeing the season get suspended, they can't make money. So it's.
I do think that it's kind of pathetic for the NBA owners that the players have to pitch in and pay for them. I think the NBA owners should really step up and deal with that. I know you're kind of sipping your water as like a Kermit T meme, but like, it's pretty pathetic if you ask me.
It's none of my business, but you're correct. You saw the Illich family make a donation to Little Caesars Arena, so I thought that was
a donation. They should make a donation of all of it.
Well, they donated $1 million, so.
Okay, so you're paying for about 10 people.
Come on, Troy. That's not true whatsoever. Not 10 people.
I'm thinking annually.
$1 million is $1 million. I mean, that's still a really generous thing to do by the Illich family, or the Illich Foundation, I should say. But like, yeah, these are like really weird times to say the least. And I think the scariest thing with this coronavirus is the uncertainty of everything. Like, we don't know when sports is going to come back. We don't know when we're going to go back to like our regular lives. Yeah. Like, everyone's been affected by this coronavirus some way, somehow.
I mean, it's kind of weird just doing this. 3 people, coming from different places all meeting up for a podcast. It's kind of just like
real freaky.
Like, John, are you okay?
Real freaky, I'll just say that.
And like going to the gym is like real, like, it's like walking on eggshells.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. The whole time I'm like grabbing the bar, I'm just like, dude, no.
I need like a baby wipe or something,
just
please.
falling on my face.
Ugh.
Disgusting.
I went to dinner with my dad last night. There was like no one on the road, no one in the restaurants, no one at the mall. Like this, like,
yeah, that's how the gym. No one's at the gym.
There's no one out right now.
It's kind of sweet though. It's kind of
sweet. Your introverted gym ass, fucking like walking in. Oh, 2 people in here. This is fucking sweet. I could scream all I want.
Well, it's like every piece of equipment is open. Love it. Now I can like crank for like 3 hours and it's not a problem.
Like somebody at like 2.5 hours is gonna go like, dude, get the hell out of here, please.
Nah.
Nah, right.
I mean, but seriously though, I mean, it's just like really uncertain when everything's going to go back to normal.
Yeah.
And like I said, the virus has infected everybody. Not infected. It has affected everybody somehow. Not to be like selfish or anything, but for me, like, I can't go to school. Like, all the classes throughout the entire state are online now. K through 12 schools are completely closed down.
I gotta say, personally, I don't think I've really been affected, other than just like an empty gym, like you said.
Yeah, no.
And kind of like
not
tiptoeing. I have been unaffected because I don't go to school. I work.
Well,
and my
that means
work
you will slowly become infected.
Exactly. I won't be affected. I'll be infected.
Well, you have no sports to watch, so that kind of affects you.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
You, on the other hand.
No, I think maybe I'm the one where it's 100% no effect. I just come home, eat food, and leave.
The only thing that it positively affects you. Like,
Actually,
I get
can't buy
Florida to the
eggs.
gym.
I was just about to say, did you stock up on like groceries and stuff?
Right now we are, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm
Can't buy
trying to.
eggs?
I'm
Have you-
staying ahead of it.
Have you been to the grocery store within the past few days?
I went to Target last night to buy 2 pairs of pants.
It's a zoo.
It was no, it wasn't. It was fine.
Well,
I walked in. It was totally fine.
the grocery store.
I don't know
Yeah.
what. I don't know what. I mean, Target's a grocery. I guess I didn't go to the grocery end, but
Like, no, Target is, they have groceries, but I'm talking about like a Kroger or like a Meijer.
I haven't gone to a Kroger or a Meijer. No.
It's a zoo.
I did go to Kroger yesterday to buy some like bandages and stuff.
First of all, was there
Accident.
stuff in the aisles?
Yeah,
Someone took a shit in the aisle.
No, actually things were there, but when we were leaving, we had to pass every single checkout line, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a game out of this, and decided to count how many rolls of toilet paper I could see, and I counted like 14.
Oh my god.
That's not enough.
Well, that was just like in 5 lanes.
Damn. That's really not
There was
enough.
only 5 lanes that were open. I was like, this is a little tiny bit for as many people I see in this fucking Kroger right now.
Dude, low key, like I was seeing pictures on Twitter, like people that had like Sharpie carts full of like toilet paper. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
I seen someone post a picture of a Sam's Club water aisle, and the not only was all of the water in pallets gone, but the steel was completely empty. Completely empty. I'm saying 100% empty.
Dude, I mean,
Bad.
John and I both worked at Sam's Club for a
Yeah.
period of time. We know
Warehouse experience.
Yeah, we know how the stocking must have went there. Like every other minute. All right, we need to pull more water.
Shit show. That's all I have to say. Shit show, dude. It's bad.
Oh,
It is pretty bad outside right now. Like, I mean,
Roads are better. I'll say that.
the roads are great,
I'll say
but
that.
John and I are just full bright side.
That's how I am.
it's kind of sunny today. I don't know what you're talking about, Tony.
Dude, that
Tony's pissed off.
like John and I are like the people that were like, we need a new plague, and now that it's finally happening, we're excited.
Finally, the world's getting cleaned up. Okay,
Finally.
I'm done. I'm done.
Oh
I'm
my
checking out here.
God.
No more traffic.
God. Okie dokie. But like, yeah, it's just really crazy right now. Like I said, just the uncertainty of everything really kind of makes it terrifying. And you kind of brought up to me before we started recording, what are you about to do on Twitter? To be completely honest with you, I have no idea.
Just start turning it into like The View, but on Twitter.
No politics. Absolutely no politics.
Social politics, not regular politics.
No politics, period.
As if that made it any better.
Still has the word politics in it. Like the minute I say something, the minute I tweet the word politics on Twitter, I probably lose like 20 followers.
20? Probably like 1,000.
That's true. But like, I don't know. Yesterday while I was doing homework, I was watching old Detroit sports games from start to finish.
I was watching that like live Twitter update of like Tigers ALCS Game 5 or what was it?
ALDS. Yeah.
ALDS Game 5.
Justin Verlander, complete game shutout of the A's in Oakland. I also watched
Now,
Wings Penguins, the 2008 Stanley Cup Final.
watching that Tiger game, were you cheering Verlander on?
Well, yes.
As the villain he is now?
I mean, he's not exactly a bright spot right now, but back then, I mean, I'll always still hold a special place in my heart for JV just because of what he did here in Detroit, even though he's kind of a cheater.
Does he go into the Detroit Sports Hall of Fame in your eyes?
I still think he goes into the Hall of Fame, period, and now I hope it's with a Tiger cap, for sure. Now I really hope it's with the Old English D.
Do you think they would do that for like a cheater like that? Just
Justin
completely
Verlander-
wipe away his Houston Astros years?
Justin Verlander wasn't really the biggest cheater here. I mean, we're talking about like,
No, I
if we're talking
mean-
about Bregman, Altuve, and Correa and Springer, then you can be like, okay.
No, but then you get into, the whole debate of does one bad thing weigh more than another equally bad thing because they're more involved? And it's like, I don't know, is the getaway driver more responsible than the bank robber?
We've talked about this before. Everyone's responsible for this Houston Astros thing, but more people than others. So, no, I still look back at the good old days for JV and the Tigers, and I shed a tear a little bit. There are a lot of cheer.
Watching Miguel Cabrera bat in those early 2010s years, that's something special.
This is off topic. We're going off topic here.
Why
but
not?
I don't care. There's nothing else to talk about. I had to do a paper for my journalism ethics class at Oakland. We had to examine like a ethical case in like journalism. I chose the Steve Bartman situation. You know what the Steve Bartman situation was?
I probably remember if you told me.
So, in the 2003 National League Championship Series, the Cubs were 5 outs away from advancing to the World Series for the first time in like 58 years.
Okay, I know.
Steve Bartman
Yep.
interfield with a Moises Alou catch, like a foul ball, whatever. And like, though the Cubs blew the game themselves, all the blame went towards Steve Bartman. And the next day,
Imagine being that guy.
I was just thinking about that. Yeah, like, he went through hell. Like, people at the stadium, people were throwing beer and food at him. People were threatening to kill him. Like, it was bad. Like, I generally feel bad for Steve Bartman. I know you're watching, Steve. God bless.
Just because he wanted a foul ball.
Any fan would have done that. Any fan would have gone for that foul ball.
Yeah.
But, like, anywho. So, the next morning, the Chicago Sun-Times released an article where they said his name is Steve Bartman. He lives here. He works here. He's a youth baseball coach. Like, they released a bunch of public information on him. It's like, whoa. So I had to, like, examine, did that go against the ethics of journalism and stuff like that?
I don't think you need to examine that very far.
Well, yeah. You would think so, but there are some articles out there that are like, no, according to the SBJ Code of Ethics, a journalist's job is to seek the truth and report it, and Steve Bartman was the center of that story. No joke. And I had to kind of like describe how that's completely wrong. So, yeah, I mean, what was I talking about initially before I talked?
I brought up Cabrera.
Oh, yeah. So, there's a documentary on Steve Bartman, Catching Hell, ESPN 30 for 30. Miguel Cabrera was a rookie for that 2003 Marlins team that beat the Cubs. He hit a home run, I think, in Game 7 as like a 20-year-old.
Huh.
And, like, looking back at it now, I'm like, damn.
Who's that twig?
Like, he was skinny, and
Yeah.
he was still popping homers in, like, big spots. I'm like, how did no one see that he was going to be, like, a star right then and there? Like, 20 years old.
Why would the Marlins ever give up on him? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, Florida, the Marlins
Florida's
have always
Florida.
been... The Marlins have always been doing goofy stuff since their existence, even when they
That's
won a
true.
World Series.
They deserve to be one of those bottom tier MLB franchises.
The Miami Marlins are bottom as bottom can get in Major League Baseball. Like,
And outside of those 2 World Series, what the hell have
like
they
have
ever
a
done?
they have a fancy new stadium that they just can't get even half full. But anywho, sorry Marlin fans.
Let's just talk about this. Who
It's
gives a
okay.
fuck
We're
about
Lion fans.
coronavirus?
You can roast us if you want. But like, yeah, we went off topic there.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But going back to, you know, the whole COVID-19 crisis, I mean, I don't know what I'm about to do on Twitter. I mean, like I said, I was watching old sports highlights yesterday. I would like to think that we can start to prepare for NFL free agency, but there's talks right now as we speak that the NFL and NFLPA are discussing pushing back the start of the new league year, which they probably should, because, you know, free agency, these free agents have to get on planes. They have to fly across the country. They have to do physicals. They have to sign contracts and meet with all these different people in such a short amount of time. It's just like...
You don't think they could start doing like FaceTime interviews and stuff like that?
They still have to do physicals, and they still have to physically get inside these training facilities that are now closed because of the coronavirus. It's like, I personally don't see how they're going to be able to do this in the next week. So, I mean, they could do FaceTime meetings as like a tampering thing, but they can't sign the contracts and get on planes to fly across the country, you know?
That's true.
So, I don't know. Right now, this is just pure speculation on my part. I think they're going to move back the start of the new league year. Again, I just can't see how they do it. So if and when they do eventually do that, that's just more time where it's just like, all right, what the hell are we supposed to do?
Yeah.
The NFL draft's another big one. No one knows what's going to happen with the draft because the biggest thing with this coronavirus right now is that they want to, and they as in like doctors and stuff, they want to limit like public space. What's the term I'm looking for?
Interactivity.
There's like a specific word for it. Like I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's like they don't want like large groups of people together, you know?
Yeah.
And the NFL draft last year in Nashville, there were over 600,000 people in downtown Nashville on Broadway. So
Public gatherings.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So Vegas, I mean, you have to imagine on the Strip, there's probably going to be close to 1 million people there.
Dude, Vegas should shut down on itself without even thinking about having the draft
Well,
there.
Vegas is already stripped down. I mean, or shut down, I should say. I mean, you can't bet. So, I mean, not really too much going on down there either. I imagine the casino dealers and blackjack people, they probably have like gloves on their hands while they're dealing these cards too.
Ugh.
It's probably not good in Vegas right now. It's not good anywhere.
Nowhere.
But speaking of betting, again, we're going off topic. I'll get back to the draft in a second. But the sports book in downtown Detroit just opened.
Just open.
Just open. And sports is canceled.
They were probably open for about 4 days.
No, the day they opened on March 11th, that's when the NBA season got suspended.
Oh, I thought it happened like
No.
last week.
No. The
Oh,
day
my
it
goodness.
opened, the NBA season got suspended. Like, that's screwed up.
At least you could bet on the NHL for about 18 hours.
For like a day. But yeah, I can't imagine the casinos are good right now. But anywho, again, with regards to the NFL draft, I mean, the NFL has time with the draft. You know, the draft
Yeah.
isn't for another day and another month and a few days. But if the virus is still like happening, you know,
Dude, it's
still going to be a thing.
Yeah, I've been paying attention to like, you know, the CDC and WHO and all these other places that are monitoring the virus. I don't think this is going away anytime soon.
No, this isn't like a few week thing. Like this is like a few months thing.
I think if anything, you know, this might last until June, July, August.
I was going to say, I read somewhere that this is like a summer thing.
Yeah.
Like the biggest thing right now is just trying to limit like the spreading of it, you know? But once you get the spreading down of it and you get it contained, then you can start doing sports again.
Yeah.
But for the meantime, it's spreading pretty quickly. I mean, the first cases in Michigan were reported on Thursday night? And now today,
It's like half the fucking state.
yeah, now today, last time I checked, there's like 30 cases, including
Maybe not half the state.
including like our guy Christian Wood. Yeah, 30 people's not half the state. We're not Ohio, okay? We have people living in the state.
It just feels like half the state. Everybody's in panic. Even
Oh,
though there's
yeah.
only 30 people here.
It feels like more people have it than they really do, which I'm sure there are people that have it that they don't know. Like Christian Wood, though he was having flu-like symptoms on Wednesday night when the Pistons played the Sixers, his agent said that he's feeling fine now and he's not showing any symptoms, but he's still carrying it. I think that's pretty crazy too. You could not show any symptoms and you could feel completely fine, but you could still be carrying it.
Dude,
That's crazy.
I would I mean, obviously I'm not like a scientist to know, but I'd love to know why these people are carrying it without showing any symptoms. I want to know if it's something in their biology or if it's just I don't even know what it could be that would cause something like that, but that is like mind-blowing to me that could happen. Like just people are just transmitting without even knowing.
I don't
That's
understand.
nuts.
I don't understand science.
Yeah, science.
I don't understand science whatsoever. But like, yeah, that's kind of crazy. The fact that you could be carrying it and not know it. Like Rudy Gobert. I mean, everyone's roasting the poor guy for spreading it to now
good.
Donovan Mitchell and Christian Wood. But
on a side note,
he literally said he didn't know he had it. He wouldn't have played if he didn't know he had it.
Yeah.
Like, again, everyone's roasting the guy, but he literally said, I didn't know I had it. Which not Christian Wood, Rudy Gobert was being irresponsible, low-key, by touching all the microphones and stuff as, like, a joke. Like, that did not age well.
No.
Like, you saw that video? Yeah, that did not age well. That was not smart on Rudy Gobert's part. And now, according to reports by Woj, the relationship is kind of broken between Gobert and the Jazz right now because of that. So, that's a whole nother thing. But, again, Rudy Gobert didn't know we had it. And
on a side note, my favorite sports memes are coming out of this, though. I like with people on 2K playing the Jazz and refusing to guard Rudy Gobert.
I saw someone post a video. They were playing like 2K online, and someone was playing with the Jazz, and like he was inside with Rudy Gobert, and he just backed up and ran off the court. I'm like, oh my god, I hate how funny that is. But like, yeah, it's just crazy that you can have it and just not know. What's also kind of scary is that low key, I was exposed to the coronavirus on this past weekend. The Pistons played the Jazz on Saturday night.
I was about to say, I thought we all are. We're all pretty exposed to it.
That's true. But the Pistons played the Jazz on Saturday night. I was in LCA on Sunday afternoon.
You're walking on the court, touching the net.
I caught a sleeve. Oh, that's that joke, by the way.
Oh. I think it's funny that like the amount of time that Rudy Gobert had it to the time that everybody knew about it, he was basically just doing the worst possible things.
But again, that's crazy though. That like no one had any idea he had it, and he did have it. Like, the coronavirus wasn't some big thing in America just a few days ago. Mm-mm. Like, it only blew up on Wednesday. And that feels like decades ago.
Yeah.
Like, Scott Van Pelt tweeted this morning. He's like, it was only a few days ago when we had sports games with... everybody's bored. Right. That's why it feels like right. Like, he was like, it was only a few days ago when we had sports games with people. That was on Wednesday. It's only Sunday. It's only been a few days, but it's felt like months. And it has, but like...
And now I got people, every single time, you walk into a place, it's like, go wash your hands before you do anything in here.
I went to Oakland on Thursday, and this was after they announced that classes were online and stuff. First of all, Oakland's a ghost town. There was like maybe 20 people there. But I went in there for my final staff meeting with WXOU for the year now. There's hand sanitizer stations anywhere. People walking around with gloves. And I'm like, oh shit, this is actually real. Like, this is nuts. Again, I went out to dinner with my dad last night. We went to Azteca.
Okay.
People were handing out chips with gloves on. I'm like, Jesus.
It's just so weird, dude. And I'm very surprised that some of these places haven't already closed their doors for like the workers and stuff. I'm surprised that more places haven't shut down, especially like restaurants. Like especially restaurants.
Yeah, you'd think that restaurants who are like you,
people breathing on the food,
people touching the food, cooking the food. Yeah, like I'm surprised they're still open.
Yeah. Are places with a lot of people that work there, like my job.
Just at them, Troy. Just.
I'll just say it's a.
Has there been any talk? Not to interrupt you. Has there been any talk about your place shutting down at all?
No, and the only thing that they've done is in the restrooms inside the place. They just have things that say "wash your hands." That's it.
Jesus.
That's all they've done. They're like, in light of COVID-19, we please wash your hands, and that's all they've done with it.
Which, again, on a side note, if you're not washing your hands at this point, what are you doing? I mean, honest to God, it takes 20 seconds.
Dude, I think coronavirus is just a good way to out people for being nasty.
Honestly, though, like, why aren't you washing your hands? Like, even before the coronavirus was a thing. Like, I used to see people all the time at school, like, piss and then just walk out. I'm just thinking, that's absolutely disgusting. Like, I'm not, like, some kind of, like, germaphobe, but I'm still, like, I want to be clean.
Yeah.
Like, the bathroom's disgusting. The
Especially-
bathroom's disgusting.
Public bathrooms are awful, dude.
Yeah. And now, like, now that the coronavirus is a thing, like literally 20 seconds washing your hands could be the difference between you being healthy and you being sick. So just think about that for a second.
Also, if this wasn't clear enough, maybe push back that day to go see your grandparents. Don't go see your grandparents.
Nursing homes are closed, so you can't even go see your grandparents.
Well, I mean, if your grandparents live in a house, just hold off on seeing them.
Oh yeah, maybe. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should be seeing their grandparents anytime soon.
No, I'm not seeing any old folk.
No.
I'm.
You don't want to be indirectly involved in a murder.
Ooh. But like honestly though, that's also kind of scary. The fact that like, if I was an old person, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, I'd be shaken, dude, if I wasn't already.
Yeah, like we can still get it, but the recovery rate is like so high that it's like not a big deal, but it's still like we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like Christian Wood, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, they will be fine, but it still sucks.
Uber athletic dudes, they'll be fine.
Yeah, it still sucks. But like if you were an old person, I'd be crapping myself. Like I would not leave the house. I would not go anywhere. Like I'm just like no.
Wouldn't want to see anybody.
No, I'll pay you to go grocery shopping for me.
Leave it on my doorstep.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I think doesn't Kroger do like that's I think it's Walmart actually.
Yeah, what is it's the delivery service for like groceries and stuff like that. Is it like DoorDash, Grubhub?
Like shipped.
Something? Is it shipped?
Shipped. Yeah, stuff like that.
Does Postmates do it?
Don't you work at DoorDash?
I did. I mean, yeah, you can sign up for DoorDash. Anybody can do it.
So like could you like
DoorDash
do
doesn't do groceries, I don't think. I think all the stuff
I mean, you can technically, but it's very rare.
No.
Huh.
Very rare. There was one time I got offered it. I was like, I don't want to do that. I just declined it.
But like seriously though, like if you're an old person, don't go outside. Like I was watching Fox 2 the other day, and they did like a little report. They're like, yeah, like when tested, a majority of elderly people said that they're not worried about this virus. And it's like, well, of course, they're stubborn. So they're not going to be worried until it happens.
Oh, my God. They're just screaming fake news at the TV when they see it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, that's enough politics for today.
I didn't say that. That was just old people do that.
I mean, we weren't the ones that said. I was watching Fox 2 the other day. Okay, I'm done.
What else am I supposed to watch?
I'm watching the news.
This is the only entertaining thing on TV.
The only.
You can't watch like reruns of like a TV show. You gotta watch the news.
How about just go outside, meet with people,
shake hands,
go do fun stuff.
Go like do elbow bumps at people.
Just eye fly.
Oh, I was at my work the other day. I met this dude. I went to reach my hand out and shake his hand. He's nope. I was like, oh boy.
Coronavirus. He's like, what?
I was like, dude, you're young. I'm young. Shut up. Shake my hand.
What, at worst?
You did not shake my hand though.
Dude, that's so awkward though. Like,
oh, believe me, it is. I experienced it.
I always go for a handshake. That's so awkward.
Yeah, that's what I did. I
mean,
went for a handshake.
For a handshake now? Like
no.
The sentence he said was, "I'm not going to shake your hand."
Oh, that's pretty demanding.
I am not going to shake your hand.
I'm not going to shake your hand.
Did you do anything? Did you
I was like,
elbow
damn.
bump?
No, I laughed.
Did he laugh?
No. No. How would he laugh? I'm not going to shake your hand. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe he played it off as a joke, but he was serious at the same time.
Yeah, I thought he was.
But, like, he didn't even do that.
No, dude, no. I was watching him. It was not a joke.
I thought he was playing it off as a joke. That's why I asked if he laughed.
No. He was like, no. He was like, I'm not going to shake your hand. I was like, wow. No, it was a genuine. It wasn't like a joke. Dude, I'm meeting this dude for the first time. You think he's going to make a joke like that?
Maybe.
Maybe.
If he is, that better be the last time I'm meeting the dude.
Oh.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me. Ah! Oh no, dude. No.
If you did joke about that though, now you're best friends.
No. He's the one ordering the computer. They don't know that. No, I was dude, there's a whole bunch of old people at the gym though. I'll say that.
Really?
Every morning is
Yep, those are the people that don't care.
every single morning.
I'm sure there's a bunch of old people right now trying to go to church.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good
Yep.
decision. No, but like, it's funny because the old people in the gym, they're fine. But then again, they're the old people that are in there every day, and their immune systems are probably just titanium shields.
Yeah,
Let's
they're
be
over there
honest.
like, touching greasy, like nasty, like metal bars and then rubbing their eyes and shit. So.
Oh,
A bottled Emergen-C for breakfast every day. Dude, ain't nothing. They're the final boss
Special
for
K,
germs.
Special K chocolate protein shakes.
Yeah, that'll get you sick.
not to go off topic, but you mentioned touching your eyes. I don't know if you've noticed this. I've been doing this even before the virus, but I always pull my thing over.
No,
I
yeah,
never
I'm
touch
always-
my eyes.
I'm always like,
Well, I've been just washing my hands. I actually have been good with washing my hands a lot.
Yeah, I've always been good washing hands. But
I wasn't always good.
While you were-
I'll say that.
Okay,
In epidemics, then I wash my hands a lot.
So while you were gone, we were talking about this. If it isn't clear now that you should wash your hands, you just don't give a shit.
You're a child. You're a child.
You're a dirty man.
Time to grow up. Put some pants on.
Like
Put some
literally,
pants on. Put some gloves on.
What are you, 12?
20 seconds washing your hands could be the difference between you being healthy and sick. Like,
I mean, that's always been the case.
Dude, 10 seconds.
but now it's even more than ever.
Yeah.
Like, if they literally said if you wash your hands, you can wash the virus off of you.
Yeah. I mean, or you could be, stupid and be like, well, I want everybody to sneeze on me so I could build up an immune system.
That's another thing. People coughing, not covering their mouth, sneezing like, achoo. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like,
Dude.
cover your mouth or something. It's disgusting.
People shitting them pants.
I did see an instance of I was just like in the wild seeing this. It was just like
In the wild.
Yeah, just like out in public.
Oh.
And
Oh, boy.
and somebody went and like,
Jesus Christ, dude.
and like everybody's
Scare
like,
me.
it's like, holy shit, he just cleared his throat and you expect him to like cover his mouth or something? That's a little far, dude.
I got
You're on the bus, you hear some dude go, like, go like that, everyone's like, shoo, get out, go. You're just screaming at him. That'd be hilarious.
Again, I went to dinner with my dad last night. We went to Azteca. Like, some people were blowing their nose probably because of spicy food and shit. It's just like, get me out.
It's like dripping onto their food.
Oh!
This is the one time everyone's allowed to just drop all manners at the dinner table and
Elbows-
hygiene.
Elbows on the table. That's disgusting.
Excuse me. Get the hell out of here.
It's like you.
Everybody here is a sick pig.
It's like you stand up. Stop blowing your nose.
Get the hell out of the restaurant.
The manager kicks him out. Why
I kick him out.
Why
The
you
manager comes out. You're fucking gross.
Why are you kicking me out? You're gross. You're sneezing all over the place. Get out.
The manager comes
Follow him with a mop. Piece of shit.
out. Swiffer his ass up.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna vacuum.
But like honestly
He's
though,
leaving a trail. Okay, I'm done.
Leaving a trail of green slime, bro.
Ugh.
It's like a fucking snail.
but like oh.
A snail. Disgusting.
What were you gonna say, Tony? I'm sorry.
No, but like, but honestly though, like I told you this, I'm gonna tell it to John now. Like even before the coronavirus was a thing, like all the time at school, I would see people like piss and then just walk out of the bathroom. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Oh,
No, I'm not. Okay, in a public space, no, I do wash my hands every time. I'm not gonna lie about that.
I thought you were gonna say when there's nobody in the bathroom, then I don't.
But dude, if I'm at home, doors wide open, I'm taking a piss, light ain't even coming on. I'm in and out.
Honestly.
I'm in and out.
Well, that's different than a public space, a public university.
Go use my computer. Go make some food.
Honestly, yeah, that is like a weird thing in my head that, like, you know, your own toilet, yeah, you don't really worry about it.
Yeah, the second you leave the house, germs aren't on you anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
The minute you
germs
come
don't matter in your bathroom.
the minute you come into your house, they just wipe off you like. Pfft.
Yeah, force field or no? Yeah, whatever.
These are where my germs belong.
Oh,
This is my home, and it's the germs' home.
My germs, my home, my rules.
Oh shit! And the germs abide.
listen, you are not going to affect me today, you little coronavirus.
Listen to me, you little pussies.
God. This show has gone off the rails.
This
Brian.
is what you should expect, honestly, for the next few weeks.
This is what you should expect. Just random nonsense. Because there's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing going on.
Just sit here and have some fun.
Which I'm for, you
Yeah.
know. Going back to what I'm going to do on Twitter, someone told me I should start doing food reviews.
Everybody should be doing food reviews.
How are you going to do food reviews if none of the restaurants are going to be open in like a week?
I'm a decent cook. I can cook something.
We have plenty of food in the house.
You review your own food?
Old graham crackers. We got protein bars.
I guess you could do like, you know.
Cook up
Stale
like a
goldfish.
Oh,
Got a whole bunch.
this is a Dorito.
It's just John trying to auction off his old food.
Hey, I'm not eating any of this because I haven't eaten any of this. Take it.
I have a purple bag of Doritos that everyone wants it.
Purple bag?
No
What the hell's a
thanks.
purple
Isn't that
bag of
spicy
Doritos?
nacho?
It's like
Right?
sweet.
Or no,
spice-
something chili.
spicy chili, I think.
Fucking gross. No thanks.
No.
All right. Let me rephrase that.
And keep that at your house.
I have the dark red bag of Doritos.
And
That's
that's
a
just spicy nacho?
Yeah.
Yeah, no thanks. You can keep that at your house.
Cool Ranch.
Dude, literally any Dorito, you can go ahead and keep that at your house. Disgusting. And like not even real chips. Every single one of them looks the same.
No.
I have some Lay's.
Lay's are more of a real chip than some Doritos.
And even then, it's not
And even Lay's are
processed
pretend.
as hell. It's yellow.
I think we can all agree that just about every single chip
I
is
don't-
fake.
Yeah, I don't eat chips.
Pretend.
I was just kind of.
Bugles.
Bugle. I'm not gonna lie, I do
Talk about one shape.
talk about a goofy looking hand. You don't know what I'm talking about.
No.
Like when you put bugles on the tips of your. No,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
I could
People
go.
do that.
I could go for some hamburger helper right now.
No. No. Definitely not. Get that garbage out of here. What happened to just like throwing chicken on a grill? What happened to that?
We've moved past it. We've become too.
We're
smart.
elites.
We've become too smart for that.
We're elites now.
We're afraid to wash our. We're afraid to not wash. We're not afraid to not wash our hands, but at the same time,
I don't want to eat plain chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of process, so I was in the drive-through for McDonald's, and I seen a sign that said, "What was it? If you don't get your food that you ordered within 60 seconds of paying, it's free." In the mornings only. In the mornings, they gave a specific hour, but that's like a thing going on. So, if I want some sausage, egg McMuffins, no cheese, 2 of them, I better get them quick.
No, I get a sausage McMuffin. I add egg so that they have to like take a regular sausage McMuffin and add it.
You asshole! Can I get 4 eggs?
I get a sausage McMuffin, add egg. Like a egg McMuffin, add sausage.
make sure the English muffin is extra crispy. Don't
Yeah.
give me some soggy fucking muffin.
Yeah, can I get 2 sausage egg McMuffins and each of the muffins? Can you throw them on for 2 minutes? 2 minutes exactly. And then you're sitting there. What happened to the 60-second thing? They're like, what? The sign in the back. No one knows about it. It was
So,
put there by corporate. No one knows about it.
So, wait, how do they even measure that? Because you give your money
You count.
first.
You count.
No,
I don't know. I
but
pay and then you count.
you pay and then what? They give you the money back.
Honestly, I think it's just whoever has the balls to say it at the second window just gets their money.
Yeah, so do I get my free food or what?
What? What are you talking about?
What do
there?
you? What are you talking about?
They give you that fake laugh. Very funny, sir. Now what? What do you mean?
I'm sorry. What?
I'm not joking. There's a sign back there. What sign? Now they get like all
It's got
serious.
2 zip ties. It's getting held onto a pole. It's 2 zip ties. You can go look at it.
And it's a Getty image picture of a woman with a fucking McDonald's hat on.
Not that. It's just a bunch of words. No, but it's pretty small, so it's like a thing they're definitely trying to hide, I think.
And if it's in the morning too, it's dark. No one's going to see that.
That's true.
Yeah.
What time in the morning?
Why
What
do they even
hours?
put
I don't
it up
know.
if they want nobody to see it?
It's until like 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. It's like 5 a.m. to 10:30 or something like that.
What
Or
if there's
11.
a line?
You might be getting it free.
Yeah, there you go.
That sounds kind of stupid on McDonald's part.
Each person at the pay window. You know what? That's how they do it. They got a system. From 5 to 10, the person at the pay window is told, hey, make sure he waits until we get this food ready. and then, okay, you're allowed to pay now. And then they pay.
It does take a lot longer to pay for my food in the mornings than it does in like the afternoon.
We broke it down.
So,
That's what
yeah,
it is.
that's what it is.
There you go.
Glad we got here from all that from the talking.
We went
That's
from
my fault.
That's right.
We went from talking
was
about
good topic.
we went from talking about how the country's in a crisis to McDonald's being weird. Which I mean, what the
McDonald's
hell?
McDonald's being brilliant. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Brilliant. Excuse me.
Smart.
But honestly, what else are we supposed to talk about?
Yeah.
We could talk about the NFL CBA.
We could. I mean,
All right, I'm clocking out.
Troy, John's done.
yeah.
I mean, is there anything else you want to mention with the whole coronavirus, though? I mean,
Nope. Just bummed I won't be able to see my favorite NASCAR driver drive.
oh my God, he did it again. He made another NASCAR joke.
You know, maybe
There are people out there that actually enjoy NASCAR that are pretty disappointed.
I guess I'll just drive around my neighborhood a couple times to get that experience. You okay there?
I had to
Tom?
make sure I swallowed my water before it just like spit out everywhere. You know what? Before we talk about the NFL CBA, let's push that to our final topic. Let's just talk about what we're going to do for the future of this podcast. One thing I can probably think of that we could do is since there's no sports to watch, we're going to start playing more video games. So we could review 2K20 and Madden 20.
Yeah.
Both of those disasters.
Ugh. You want to talk about?
Honestly, if you guys want like a PS4 hooked up, we can just do
We
that.
can just play. Let's just play 2K,
Dude, let's play a Madden game against each other.
dude.
I got GameCube.
Oh,
I got.
Madden
I think I have.
2004.
No, I think it's on. I think it's 06.
06.
Yeah, 2 off.
That's when it started going downhill. No, thank
Oh, all right, my bad.
you. You're just doing a
It
thing out
was
of the kindness
free.
of your heart.
It was free. My bad.
no, that could be fun. I could go for some Madden 06.
Funny as fuck. Just set up
That
2
would
bots
be-
and watch the game.
that would be hilarious.
On GameCube. You're just seeing the same 3 plays over and That'd be sweet.
I don't like the play calling of this computer. So, dude, whoever fucking is coaching this team at this time should be fired.
Dude, this quarterback sucks. He's out. He's been out of the league for like decades.
It's like
Half the
Josh
people are dead.
Oh my god.
What was you? What's your nose cold or something? What's going on?
I took a sip of water and you just
Oh.
blurred that out.
Oh my
Half
bad.
the people are dead.
No, but I mean, I don't know. I don't watch that.
Playing like Madden. We're playing like Madden 12. We got Aaron Hernandez on the Patriots.
I don't know what that means.
Troy, that's not okay.
I don't know what Troy just said.
Troy, you should not have said
You
that.
say he's a virgin?
No.
Okay.
Oh God.
He's a virgin.
I because you move the mic away, I can't hear anything, and I just see you go. He's a virg.
He's a virgin.
I was like, what?
Oh, we're done talking about Aaron Hernandez. We're done.
No,
Oh God, Troy. This is not going to be the last time he spurts out some inappropriate comment like that.
Inappropriate? It's a fact. If you play Madden 12, Aaron Hernandez is on the roster.
Yes, but anywho, we could probably review Madden 20 and 2K20.
Yeah, we can do that.
EA's talking about bringing a football game back.
You mean 2K? I think you said
Oh,
EA.
2K. Yes,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Dude, that's actually pretty exciting. Even though they're not allowed to do a simulation game, which is what Madden is, barely.
Barely. It's more mutt now than anything.
Yeah, it's arcade-style online play,
Yeah.
but they still call it simulation because, you could do a franchise mode if you wanted.
They don't care about franchise mode anymore.
No,
They're
they
like,
haven't since Madden 12.
we're bringing new innovations to Madden. It's like, what? Editing your shoe?
Yeah. What, I can now create a player for the draft? Ooh, I could have just done it after the fact anyways.
That, by the way, we're not talking about Madden 20, but that new career mode's so stupid. You don't get to pick from like 6 schools. It's the
You
same.
get 6 different faces, 2 different last names.
Yeah, it's stupid. You don't even get to play with your own character. You have to play with like Bo Shark or
Bo Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, I got Street V3 too. I just remembered that.
Oh my God.
Dude, NFL Street or NBA Street?
NBA.
NBA Street's better.
Let's play NBA Jam.
Yeah, it
NBA
opens
Jam?
up. It opens up with what was it? De La Soul playing.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah. Street
like
V3.
Dude, I got the original NBA Street, like from 2000, 2001. You had like all these old like logos and shit, all these old players. Stackhouse and Ben Wallace are on the Pistons.
You still got NBA Jam?
Or not Stackhouse, yeah. I don't have NBA Jam. I never had NBA Jam.
NBA Jam used to be so fun.
Dude, I remember fucking playing NBA Street and just fucking rebounding fucking 3-point shots in midair. Like, it's fucking nuts. You just fucking grab a ball midair, take it down, fucking slam dunk from the 3-point line.
NBA Jam, there's a game mode where you could do just 2-on-2.
Yeah.
The Heat were so OP in that mode.
Yeah, it was the newer NBA Jam,
was-
right? The 2013 one or
Yeah,
whatever?
it was D Wade and LeBron.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who the Pistons were. I think it might have been like Brandon Jennings
And Greg
someone.
Monroe.
Honest to God, it might have been Brandon Jennings and Greg Monroe. Ay. So, yeah, a lot of video game talk probably.
Why not? Maybe fantasy baseball talk. Who knows?
Oh, well, fantasy baseball, we can't even do that
We
either.
can talk about the draft, but that's about it.
We can maybe do the draft on air.
Oh, maybe.
That'd be cool.
When is that? When is the draft?
Well, I have to push it back.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, I need to find 2 more people in the league. I kicked Robert and John out.
Why'd you kick him out?
Before everything started. They weren't paying attention for the past few years.
Oh.
Like Brandon has reached out to me. He's like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to win the championship.
Dude, he did the same thing to me with fantasy football. I don't want to hear it. He's gone.
But Brandon is still wants to do it. Chelsea said she's interested in coming back. But like I asked Robert and John, they didn't even respond
Dude,
to
you
me.
should open it up. You should just like clean slate the whole league. Open it up, make it a 12-team league. We're playing with 6 teams right now. It's not even fun.
People don't like fantasy baseball. I can't even get 6 people, let alone 12.
You can't ask, your audience.
I have.
I guess. I mean, yeah. I feel like 6,000 people, there's bound to be 7 that will say, yeah, sure, why not?
We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. So that actually could be a neat idea. Do the fantasy baseball draft.
Dude, I was thinking
on
one
air.
of these days, maybe if you didn't have the draft set up, you could push it back a couple weeks and we could get like a full like live stream of everybody like kind of FaceTiming each other to the, for the draft. Like everybody's in the same room, quote unquote. And we could do that.
That could be something to think about. What else? What else could we do?
What else? We got fantasy baseball draft.
Fantasy basketball's on hiatus right now, obviously.
My team collapsed.
I've won 16 straight.
I've lost about 14
I'm
straight.
on a 16-game win streak.
I started off 5-1. I think I'm 6-13 now.
My point differential is like plus 10,000. It's insane. We have to our fantasy basketball league is juiced, by the way.
Yeah.
Like Troy and I juiced up the stats before the season.
As an experiment.
It's ridiculous. Like,
and it has gone off the rails.
on a regular night, my team can drop like 300 points. I average easily like 2,000 points a week.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I think I got to go back to like one shot counts as one, an attempt counts as like half a point. One rebound is one, an assist is one, a block is one, a steal is one.
I think you doubled everything.
I think I was trying to make the points accurate to how often something happens. Like a shot is 1 point, a steal is 2 points, a block is like 3 points, a rebound is 1 point, an assist is 1 point. And I think the blocks and the steals make everything just so much more ridiculous.
Yeah, like a player like Andre Drummond, he drops easily like close to 50 points a game because he does everything, you know? So, yeah, the fantasy basketball leagues, it's fine for right now. We'll play throughout the rest of the season, but this off season, we gotta sit down and think about that again.
We got
what else?
We got video game reviews. We got
Let's play Minecraft.
dude, Minecraft live on.
I knew that get
Fucking in, dude. Let's do it.
I knew that get a reaction out of John.
We get just live streaming from home because the virus is too crazy. You just the Minecraft let's
We all
plays.
sound horrible.
Yeah.
Like awful.
Hey, I need some diamonds.
Like that's our voices.
That hurt, dude.
That sounded so bad.
You got your headphones too loud then.
Yeah, we could do a lot of shit.
Yeah, so much so that we just need to sit down and kind of think about it.
Yeah.
But probably next week we'll do video game reviews.
Yeah.
Unless something happens with
I mean, MLB 20 is coming out tomorrow.
Well, I have an Xbox, so
Yeah, no, I'll be the sole. You'll be my sole look into
rebuild the
MLB
Tigers
game.
for me. See how that goes.
Yeah, I'll try. I don't know if I can because it's you got to rebuild with actual talent to rebuild around.
But there's actual prospects in the game now, right?
Yeah,
Like Casey Mize and Matt
full
Manning.
on everybody, not even just like the players that are in the 40-man roster. You got full on all 90 players.
That's sweet.
That's awesome.
That's sweet. Thanks, Xbox, Microsoft, for that. Can't even play it. Just got to watch.
Well,
and
I
observe.
did hear some news that MLB 21 should be multi-platform.
Yeah, okay. I'll see when I believe it. Meanwhile, I'm stuck playing RBI baseball
Ew.
with like the stupid bobblehead.
Isn't that basically just a spin-off version of the mobile game?
It's like Wii almost, but it's crappy.
Ugh.
Like Wii's fun. I should hook up the Wii. We should hook up a Wii. Do
Bowling.
bowling.
We can.
Dude, let's go bowling, actually.
John is just now like full on taking up full responsibility for.
Well, no.
Video game
Once he said,
streams.
"Let's go bowling," I'm just like thinking about hauling just a ton of fucking equipment
to a bowling
to
alley.
a bowling alley and getting drinks poured on it, getting pizza grease on it, bowling ball oil on it.
Oh,
No thanks. I'll record it with my phone and we'll call it a day.
That's what I was kind of implying.
Just record it on a phone.
just Snapchat stories. That's our new
Oh my
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Welcome
That's
to
the future.
Let's do Snap Lives.
welcome to episode 13 of Aggressively Speaking. We're here from the bowling alley on Snapchat.
John's pissed off.
And John, say hi, John.
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, screw you guys. Just get bowling so we can get out of here. Come on. All right. So yeah, even though the coronavirus has shut down the world, we'll still try to find something to talk
We'll
about.
still go bowling.
Assuming Troy's awake.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have to get into that. We do not have to get into that.
Yeah.
Nope.
It was a tough day today.
It's okay.
No, it wasn't, dude. You've been up for an hour. A tough day today.
It's been really rough for me.
Oh,
guys.
boy.
Oh,
shut
no.
up. Okay.
All right. Last topic of the day. New NFL CBA.
The only sports news.
The only sports news. Yeah, again, literally just got passed about an hour ago. So we had a topic, what was it, last week? Talking about a potential lockout. Well, there is no lockout.
Strike.
Yeah, there is no lockout, so that's good. So here are the biggest things from the NFL's new CBA. 2 playoff teams added. This will be effective in 2020. So there are now 7 playoff teams in each conference. 17-game regular season starting in 2021. So not this upcoming year, but the following year. Increased minimum salaries. Increase in player revenue share. 3-game preseason. You have 1 bye per conference now. So it's not the top 2 seeds. It's just the top seed period. And those are really, I think, just the biggest chunks of this new CBA. So I want to focus on the 17-game regular season first. What are your thoughts on that? That's been something that we've been talking about for a while now. And now that it's actually here, I'm curious to see what you think about it.
It's going to be weird. Like, I think, you see the final records of the regular season, and now it's not going to be even.
Yeah.
Like a full, nice even 16. It's going to be just off.
14-3.
9-8.
Oh.
9-8. Yeah, that's the big one. I keep thinking about, like a gross ass off kilter. So close to even, but it's not. 9-8, a final record.
You can't technically be 500 now.
No, not unless you tie.
8-1. Yuck. I just thought about that. You can't be 500 now unless you tie.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, you're either a losing team or a winning team. One of the two. You can't be
in the middle.
Can't be in the middle. Sorry,
right.
Lions.
Well,
no more 8-8s for you.
No more 8-8s for you. But so are you in favor of the 17-game season?
I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be really weird, and it's going to be like a really hard adjustment point. I don't know if I will be. I don't know if I'm in favor. I don't. It's like I was more on the players' side of this whole thing anyway. So I think the 17-game season, it was already hard for them to get through 16 games. A 17th is going to be even harder. You might go a full game without freaking starters, and they were already benching starters. If you're a playoff team in the 16th game, even in the 15th, if they add a 17th, that's like 3 weeks of not being able to see your favorite players play. I don't even know if that would be good revenue for the league at that point. Of course it would be. It's the NFL, but there'd be a dip, I would say, in that final week. I think the only good positive thing is what we just talked about is that there's going to be no 8-8 teams. It's either going to be a winning or a losing season, and that's it'll be easier to define a team based on that. But that's about it. That's the only thing I could see that is good for me. I mean, if you're a fan that just wants more football, then you got it. Congratulations. But
yeah, that's what I was about to bring up. Like, I'm not going to complain about more football, but yeah, I don't know. The 17-game regular season is kind of interesting to me. Apparently the voting for the CBA was like really, really, really close.
Yeah.
So, it was like 1,000 votes in favor of it and like 900 that didn't want it. So, it was a close vote, but I feel like the 19 games or the 17-game season, will eventually grow on me as we do it more. But like right now, it's just kind of weird because I'm used to 16 games, So like week 17, when it rolls around, it'll be weird.
Yeah, because it's not even going to be the last season or last week. It's going to be week 18.
Right.
The fact that they still only have one bye week is just kind of.
I was about to bring that up. I feel like they have to implement a second bye now.
They
College
should.
has 2 byes.
They have 2 byes, and they have only 13 games.
Yeah, they have less.
Yeah, well, 12 games, but the 13th if you got a bowl game, it's like.
Yeah. They should probably implement another bye.
They should.
They should honestly do like a mini all-star break where it's like in the middle of the season, just take a week off for everybody.
Put the Pro Bowl in there.
You can do that, or you can literally just say the week is off for everybody. Like, let's say like in between week 11 and 12, just completely halt play.
You hold the Super Bowl there.
I don't know about that.
You put the teams that won last year in that game. You don't have the Super Bowl in February. You have it right in the middle of November.
Yeah, okay, Troy. But no, honestly though, like I said, I think a 17-game season will eventually grow on us. We just have to get used to it, kind of. Now, what about another playoff team in each conference? I actually like that idea.
Yeah. I think the 2 bye teams, that was just a little much for me. I think you should be rewarded for being the best team in your conference. I think being the second best team shouldn't really get you that much favorable, leeway as far as that goes. I think it's better for the league. I think it's better for the fans. The only thing that it's not better for, obviously, is the players. But I mean, in this certain case, I agree with everybody else. Instead of the players, I think there should be more teams that play in the wild card weekend.
Yeah, because now you'll have the 2 face of 7. That's 1 game. Who else? It would be the 3 and the 6, and then 4 and the 5. That's 3 games on wild card Saturday, 3 games on wild card Sunday.
Yeah, and it almost made sense. Didn't make sense to me as far as like the numbers go, but you got the 4th team that buys over to the next week. You got the 3 that come over, so then you got your 2v2. So it still ends up making sense in the long run, which I would have thought it wouldn't for a second. I was like, wait, is there going to be an odd number of teams advancing? But no.
Yeah, when this first playoff proposal was sent out a few months ago, I was kind of like, wait, so now do conference or do division championships not mean anything, But no, they still do. You have your 4 conference champs and then
3 wild cards.
3 wild cards. That's not bad.
Lions could get in.
I was about to say, another opportunity for the Lions to try to get a playoff spot. I can't wait for them to back into the playoffs as a 7th seed. And Patricia and Quinn keep their jobs.
Dude, it's going to, I was kind of actually hoping for like full on, 16-team playoff so that not even the top conference gets off easy, which would make it like, just like every other league that has it, except for baseball. But baseball is its own thing through and through. Have their draft in the middle of the season and everything else.
Yeah, baseball does their own thing.
But I think this definitely bodes well for those teams like the Lions that just can't win any more than 9 games.
If the Lions can't make the playoffs now, just Patricia and Quinn, get out. If you can't make the playoffs now, even as a 7th seed, just skedaddle.
But now, this offers up an opportunity for teams to break records. 0-17.
What?
Looking at you, Lions.
0-17?
Yeah.
Oh!
The record is 0-16.
Oh!
Held by the Lions and Browns.
Oh.
Now,
yeah, I'd rather not see the Lions break that record again. I'd rather not.
To take your crown back from the Browns. Come on. We had that number 1 spot for a long time. We need it back.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Lions need to win something here.
No, not that. 0-17. Oh my God, could you imagine?
You imagine 17-0?
Oh.
You get the Patriots.
Jesus.
Yeah. The Patriots going 16-0 was ridiculous.
Insane.
Enough.
Yeah.
You see 17-0. Now you're talking like the best team of all time.
So what is it now? So you win 17. No. It wouldn't be 17-0. It'd be 16-0, right?
How do you figure? 17 games in the regular season.
Yeah, never mind. I was thinking of buys.
Oh.
I don't know what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe you're thinking just weeks in the actual...
I still don't know how buys are going to work. That's why I got confused. I don't know.
I think they might move it. Like, I think the minimum week that you can do a buy is week 4. I think they might move it to like week 5, week 6. Now that they add an extra week. They might add an extra week before the season, between preseason and regular season. I would dig that. If they, instead of like a week off between, they give off 2 weeks. Give them 2 weeks off between preseason and regular season. I like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that. So yeah, you go 17-0 in the regular season, divisional round 18-19. We can see a 20-0 team.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
20, 18, 19. You play 4 games in the playoffs.
You get a first round bye if you're 17-0.
That's true. Yeah.
I would hope. I would hope.
2 17-0 teams.
Oh my God! One doesn't get a bye. Yikes. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
But regardless, though, yeah, I don't really hate this new CBA. I'd rather see them pass the CBA than not pass it because, as Ian Rappaport I think tweeted, if this CBA didn't pass, then some teams would be affected in free agency because now the salary cap wouldn't go up. The transition and franchise tag would be all screwy.
Those minimum player contracts for the lower level players, that wouldn't have been in effect.
Everything just would have been screwed up. So, and plus we probably would have been talking about a lockdown. So,
Yeah.
if there already is about to be a work stoppage. So, yeah.
It's going to be nuts to think about. Like, there's going to be no free agency, no draft, no games.
Well, that's not for certain.
No, but you did say there might be, full work stoppage. So that'd be really weird to think about going into, like when's the NFL offseason going to start? Well, it should have started about 3 weeks ago.
Well, that's the case with everything right now.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we touched on already. We just don't know when everything will be back. And you also brought up the MLB Draft. I mean, every draft is affected now.
Yeah.
The MLB Draft, it's held in June. Baseball might not start until June. So I can't imagine they have the draft right away. The NBA Draft, that's going to be pushed back. There's talk that the NBA Finals might not be playing until like July. And if that's the case,
The season might not start right away then either.
I'm kind of glad we actually touched on this. There's always been talk about the NBA season looking into starting later. If the season doesn't end until July, you can't just start the season back up in October. Like, you would have to probably push the start of the regular season back till like December.
Yeah. Which, I mean, there you go. There's your 60-game season that the NBA wanted.
Yeah.
This, like you said earlier, this is just a perfect opportunity for all these leagues to test out their new shorter league schedules.
And it's unfortunate, but yeah, they can test out. The NBA can test out a 60-game regular season.
The only one that gets to stride into their new 17-game season is the NFL.
The NBA can examine possibly a shorter playoff format, maybe. No one knows how that's going to look when
have only 4 teams get in. Ooh, and have those teams that were expected to get into the playoffs just not get in.
That would suck. Like if you're in the West and you're like a team like Houston, like at the 5 seed or something, that would suck. In hockey, the draft lottery is April 9th. That's for sure getting pushed back. Sports won't even be back by April 9th, let alone have a draft lottery.
No.
I have a feeling in hockey, the regular season.
You could do a lottery, you could do the lottery. I mean, as far as the draft goes, you always have to hold that back, but you could hold.
Well, the season's technically not over yet.
Yeah.
You have to wait until you can start doing everything again to say something. I have a feeling hockey's going to cancel the regular season anyway. Just go straight to the playoffs. But
yeah. I think both of them should do that. I think this is just.
I have a feeling
end it right now.
I have a feeling the NBA will end the regular season too. Which there's less than 20 games left, but
yeah.
It does suck for teams like Sacramento and the Pelicans though, who are like fighting with the Grizzlies for the 8th seed. But there's nothing they can really do.
Mm-mm.
Like, you're gonna play the rest of the regular season just to have these.
I think SS Pistons fans would love it if it just stopped right now.
I would.
Mean, we're in the 4th seed right now. We don't want anything to change.
Are we 4 or 5?
I think we're 4. Let me
now.
Double check.
Check right now. I think we're 5, but I'll still take a top 5 lottery odds.
Yeah.
And plus, if they start up the regular season again, Luke's about to come back.
Yeah. Dude.
So, gotta be careful there. Troy is looking up right now as we speak. Just go on Tankathon.
We're at 5.
You say that like it's a bad thing. That's still really good.
Yeah, that's fine.
You literally said
I know 4 to 6 is my range, but
That's
4
dead
is
in the middle.
4 is the best. 4 is the best.
I'm not going to complain about 5
Yeah,
when the season probably gets canceled.
because like I mean, if any wonky shit happens in the lottery, the 4 spot immediately just goes into the 3.
Yeah.
That's why I like the 4.
Yeah, I feel you, but 5 seed could also jump up too.
Yeah.
But going off the NBA, it also does suck for college athletes though.
Oh, for sure.
For seniors,
Yeah.
like
I know you Michigan State fans were having your own emotional send off to the team this year.
are you saying that as like a stab or
No.
Oh,
No, like, it's just like you guys were celebrating, Cassius Winston's final game and
well, because selfishly, first of all, I really think this Michigan State team could have made a run. I thought they were playing red hot at the right time. I thought they were just starting to get it together, and I really thought they could have made a run. So selfishly, I am upset that the tournament got canceled because of that reason. But also, Cassius Winston, though he technically did go out as a champion, Big Ten champ, he always talked about unfinished business in the tournament, playing for his brother. Sucky.
Sour note.
Sucky way to go out for him, for Kyle Lawrence, for Connor George, for Joshua Langford probably, and for all the seniors across the country, men and women. There are some really, really talented players that aren't going to get a chance to play in the tournament.
Yeah.
For teams like Dayton, who they're not like a big time program.
This was their like season of their entire lives.
This might have been their best season they're ever going to have as a program. They won't even get to play in the tournament.
This was their year ever. Like they've never had a season like this, and it just gets cut short. No tournament, nothing, and then they just I would feel so slighted.
There are teams like Penn State and Rutgers who haven't been in the tournament for years.
Yeah.
And now they won't get the chance to see Selection Sunday.
Like I'm sure Dayton would like go, yeah, I'd take coronavirus if I could play. Like they'd be so like desperate to get in there. I wouldn't be surprised.
It sucks for the seniors, It sucks for the players that know they played their last game. They won't get to experience the tournament. So, but again, there's nothing really that they can do about it, The NCAA didn't have a choice. They couldn't have played the tournament. There was talk that they could have done like a 16-team tournament. I don't even know how they would be able to do that. Like the tournament is so complicated because you only have these arenas for a specific amount of time.
Yeah.
And if you cancel the events at those arenas, you got to try to find a new arena. You got to make sure your TV partners' schedules are all freed up. Like it was just, I was holding out hope that they could have done like a 16-team thing, and people on Twitter were like, maybe they can still get it done. I'm just like, I hate to be that guy, but I can't see it.
And then you're just playing at high school freaking arenas at that point, or just playing in high school gyms.
Yeah, like there was talk about the Final Four being played at like a regular basketball arena. It's like that wouldn't feel the same, It wouldn't feel the same. So, but again, nothing that they could really do about that.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned, the NCAA had no choice. NBA, NHL, MLS, MLB, all these leagues, they had no choice. They had to cancel play. And again, we don't know when sports will come back, but in the meantime, we are going to try to continue to provide entertaining content on this podcast.
Yep, the only league that really gets to skate off scot-free is the NFL.
Which, I mean, I haven't checked my phone in a while. Who knows? Maybe we don't even know. Maybe something happened there. But regardless, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up this week's show?
Nope. Just can't wait to go to my job tonight and get coronavirus.
Oh, well, we can do a little elbow bump. Good show. Good show, Troy. Good show, John. Thank you for contributing.
Good show.
Oh, good thing that was off
elbow.
Good thing that was off camera.
Why not?
The germaphobes would not like that.
Yeah, he just fist bumped my elbow.
Full grab your elbow.
He just...
All right, well, John has to wash his hands now. With that, thank you for listening to this week's episode of Aggressively Speaking. My name is Tony Dabrowski.
I'm Troy Frank.
Thank you for tuning in this week.
See you later.